Greetings and welcome to Magic with Tamala Farron. Today we're going to talk about communication, not with adult to adult, but adult to child, parent to daughter or son, grandparent to grandchildren, that sort of thing. The communication between sometimes gets ruffled up because people are people. But with children, adults tend to get frustrated. Children get frustrated. And it becomes more of an argument than compromise or understanding. So one of the things that I like to do is change that, so that both parties are given the chance to heal, to work through, and to communicate. Again, I love these large squares of felt that you can pick up at the dollar store. They're fairly cheap, no big deal. And for this, you'll need a pink candle. Yes, it is actually pink. I tend to use pink for children because it's a universal love color and because it is just so innocent, so good for friendships and a peacefulness. And I love using it for kids, always have. But we're not going to use pink today for this. We're going to use a light blue. Now this is a light blue. The other one is very dark blue, so this is the light blue we're going to work with today. And it's really simple. It's easy, and you get a black marker. I love going through everything, and what you do is you put two large X's and a little X in between. That's relationship, and that's for the child. Now, on top of that, ongoing spiral, and that is continuum. So, in other words, rather than extinguishing all communication and that being it, with both of you walking away, this is a continuum. It continues the connection between you and the child. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is put your name. Now, if you're the father, you write Dad. If you're the grandfather, whatever you're called, Papa, Poppy, Grandpa, Pepe, whatever you are called. Same for grandmother. Grams, Grammy, Nona, whatever. Okay, so you put what you're known for. Then underneath it, you put the name or names of the children that you are wanting a connection and open communication with. Okay? Now, if you have more than one thing going on, you can write on the back First one is you, so that would be mom, that would be me. And the second one is the name of your child. So perhaps this is going to do double duty now. Okay, so that's completed. That part of it is completed for now. Now on the blue, we want lavender. Lavender for love, lavender for calm, lavender for resonance. We want to be calm enough and to bring in enough love to be able to communicate in a appropriate manner, be able to talk to one another and not talk down or angry or misunderstood. Now, I use rose quartz, again, for children. I love rose quartz. I use it for friends and I use it for children. And it is great for communication, understanding, focus, peace, peaceful thoughts and vibes. Next, I'm using lamb's ear. And this is from my garden. You don't need much. 2 lamb's ear, that's good enough. And the lamb's ear I'm using to bring in connection. Draw forth the strength of connection. So rather than feeling disassociated with them, you're going to feel a connection because they're family. Whether they're blood or they're step or adopted, they're still family. And this is something you want the connection to. Now, the next thing that I got from my garden is rosemary. And rosemary is there for protection and to remember all the good times, to remember all the fun and the love and the joy that's been already established. That's what the rosemary is for. Now, we've got star anise. Star anise. And we'll put about 4 or 5 of those in here. And the star anise is to give clarity. So there's no confusion once you start talking and working things out. There's no confusion. You understand one another. When it is being vocal, you don't have to yell to be heard. You don't have to scream to be acknowledged. You can just talk and work things out simply. Now, the last thing that I'm going to use is yarrow. Now you can use the flowers and the petals, or not the petals, the leaves, and even the stalk. Yarrow is great for bringing forth truth, whether it's true love, true understanding, true emotions, true essence of what you're trying to say. So if somebody is angry, that's one thing. But if they're angry because they're jealous or they're upset that they're not getting attention or they're trying to express themselves and not being understood, this will give the ability to speak the truth. And it goes for both sides. So you just break this up and put this in here as well. And when you've got that completed, then you grab some string or let's see. I'll be right back. I'm back. I got some pink string. And you take 4 corners and you just pull it up like this. Okay. And then you've got the stuff in the center. So you just make sure that you get it all gathered in there. And then you take your string and you wrap it 3 times around. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then you tie 3 knots. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There we go. Now you can also do another knot up here so that you can hang this after you're done using it on your altar. Both these put on your altar and let them charge. Now, being full moon tonight, that would be what you would use it on. You want a fresh start. You want all the negativity, all the anxiety, all the stress to disperse. You want to bring forth a positive vibe so that this works with you. Now, I'm not manipulating anybody, and I'm not putting anybody in the position of doing as I say or changing anybody's mind. I'm just asking for clarity. Clarity, understanding both sides. In other words, if you feel like you're not getting your words across and you really want it to work, this will allow you to speak not only your mind, but your heart. And that's communication. This spell is to clarify and communicate. Not change anybody from anything, just bringing positive vibes into the situation at hand. Okay? Now, once you've got this charged, you can put this on your altar today. And tonight, when you're doing your full moon ritual and whatnot, take this, you light the candle, you put this in front of it, you light the candle, and you speak from the heart. Something along the lines of, I ask the gods above to send communication and love, to open up our minds and our hearts so that we may no longer be apart. Let's bring forth the wisdom and the guidance from the ancestors, from the spirit guides, from the Earth Mother, from the Woodland Father, to walk the path of peace and understanding and communication, as I will it, so mote it be. It spoke from the heart, and sometimes the best spells are spoke from the heart, not from a book, not from, oh geez, I'm going to write this down 300 times. Just speak what you feel. It adds not only intuitively, but the gift of honesty. You're speaking from the heart. light the candle, and let it do its job. When the candle is all the way down, take this and put it up where you normally sit in your home or you normally communicate. In other words, if you have talks in the kitchen, put it in the kitchen. If you have a chair that is yours and you call them to you and you talk to them while they're sitting in your lap or they're sitting next to you, use it by that chair. It will amplify the communication of love and peace. And it will give you the support and the courage to face this with clarity. It is that simple. So I hope this helps, and I hope the communication is gifted into a place where you now communicate and you are on the same level so that both of you have been heard, both of you have been understood, and even if you have to compromise, it's better than not having. Remember to connect. It's an important thing, especially with family. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I've got more videos coming up in a little bit. Please click like and subscribe, and thank you for joining me today. Blessed be.